Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Just had a beautiful little beer. Gonna have one, it's a little tiny bottle. Gonna have one in a bigger bottle right now. I'm gonna have the 2017 Olde Gnarlywine from Lagunitas Brewing Company from California. And now, and that's not when this was brewed, now they have a different, boy I'm tired, wow, little shadow right there. And it's been a long day, you know. It's one of those things, it's like almost 10 o'clock and worked last night. And worked tonight too. But I'm so super happy, I'm stoked, I'm excited, you know what I mean? So I need a little bit of a cool down to help me get to bed. So anyway, a limited release from Lagunitas. This is the 2017 Olde Gnarlywine style ale, coming in at 10.9% alcohol by volume, and that will definitely be a beautiful little nightcap for me. Now, I thought I had this beer. It's one of those things where I go, okay, well, let me check. PABrewNews, Olde Gnarlywine didn't come up, and I swore I had this, I swore I had this, but apparently I did not. So hey, now it's time for me to give it a go. I picked this up in a place called in Danville, the beverage place in Danville. Again, if I enjoy this one like I enjoyed the Aventinus and the Corbinian and stuff like that, I'm gonna go pick up several of the bottles because these are not badly priced. The 2017 Olde Gnarlywine, if I enjoy this, it was marked at $4.25. $4.25 for a massive bottle of 10.9% beer that's aged for 2 years already. Oh my God. This is the thing about Lagunitas. Their price point has always been on par. It didn't matter if they had one brewery, 16 breweries, whatever, if they were bought out, if they were independent, their price point has always been right on the mark, and it's disgustingly awesome. So, as I said, when this was bottled, they only had the Petaluma, California brewery. They did not have the one. I think they have one in either Chicago now, or I think it's Chicago, because the other one is Sierra Nevada, and I think they have one in North Carolina now. So, anyway, Lagunitas, 10.9% alcohol by volume, baby. I'm going to throw that right there, and we'll see how this one has aged over a little time. I can't remember because I thought I had this, but I don't know if it's an American barley wine. I don't know if it's an English style barley wine. All I know, it's 10.9, and it's going in this guy right now. Hi, there we go. Up to the light. Of course, caramel, soft brown tan hues, just like that. Nice little ruby tone to it too. Very beautiful. Not a lot of carbonation, which I like. Nice creamy top to this head. Let's get some aromas on this one. Cheers. Oh my God. That is very savory. That is like toasty, roasty, kind of a little bit of a treacle, molasses, brown sugar, caramel. A little musty dustiness to it too. A little bit of that hop fading, giving you a little bit of a mustiness. A lot of caramel raisins. This thing, if it tastes like it smells, I'm in for a treat. Let's just say that, because this seems like it's aging the proper way an old English barley wine should actually age. So let's give it a go. Cheers. Only 2 years on it though, so. You can tell there's a lot of hops in this to begin with. They're starting to fade. Again, giving it that little bit of a earthiness, little mustiness, little copper corn in the background. Definitely having a little muted baker's chocolate, burnt caramels, those kind of tonalities. A little bit of a baker's chocolate, a little bit of a molasses or like a brown sugar note too in there too. Very tasty. It's almost like they had that perfect recipe almost for like the perfect barley wine, old English barley wine, and then tweaked a little bit, put a little bit more churro in it, and then put a little bit more hops in it, and made it kind of an American barley wine, because it's right on that little edge of reality where it's either this or this. Kind of wish they would have went for the more old school, because it would have been even better than it is now. There's a little spiciness and a little pepperiness from those hops that are still aging, still fading down. A little mustiness from that, but I like that kind of tonality. Definitely has a lot of like burnt toasted caramel sugars. Nice little bit of molasses in there, a little bit of raisin coming through, a little roasty toasty kind of quality. Just a very, very, how do I say this? Like overcooked, like burnt caramels, burnt sugars. Not very sweet, but very vibrant in the tonalities of what it's coming out as. Very nice. And it definitely has a little bit of baker shock in there too. And he's definitely becoming savory. It's one of those beers that with age, it does change and becomes more and more savory. 2 years has already done quite a big bit of difference in this beer. And I'm going to go pick up some more if there's still more over in Danville. And I'm going to put these in the cellar, let them age for a little bit more. I want that hop to die down just a little bit because there's a nice peppery spiciness from the hops, which is enjoyable. And it's getting a little bit of musty quality too. And that too, in time, should probably fade. Hopsy. Friday night on the Omni, baby! Cavemat! Luther leaves town! That's right. Oh, Rob, we love you. And then Kent comes in. I'm watching on Facebook. Much better video quality. Excellent. I'm glad you enjoy this. Well, cheers to Rob Hopsine, one of the sexiest men on YouTube. And cheers to the brother Craig. Math for hell, baby! That's right. Ah, oh, so good. The nothing wrong with baby. It's a good thing, baby. It makes everybody happy. Cheers, Rob. I haven't talked to you in a while. I'm glad you stopped in. This is that borderline right now. This beer has that borderline. It still has a little bit of a spicy pepperiness. It's got a little bit of that hop lingering on, and those malts are starting to take over. So it's that kind of battle for the ground. You know, hair versus math, baby. Right there. I think a couple more years, this is going to get even more. It sounds a little funny, but I think it's going to get a little bit more savory, and those hops are going to die down just enough to get a real kind of old school, not like your full-on old school butterscotch, vanilla, caramel deliciousness, but enough to become very savory and a very broody beer that you just, you know, nice stormy night, crack one of these open. And I like that. I'm a sucker for that kind of atmosphere in your brain where you're reading some Lovecraft on a stormy night, drinking a beer like this. It's very broody and moody and very deep and savory. I like that. I think that's the other thing is people that like certain things, they have to put their mindset in there, and if they can do that, they enjoy it more. And that's you got to do that. You got to dive into your beer. You have to put yourself into mentalities and stuff like that, so you can enjoy your process and what you're drinking even more. I like this beer. I think this beer is good. I think this beer could be more with age, though. I think 2 years just doesn't do it the justice that it requires. So if you have a 2017 sitting around, let it age for at least 2 more years. I think I don't want to sound pedantic or whatever, but like 2022 definitely would be a good time to crack this one open. I think the hops will fade just enough, and the malts will rise and conquer just enough, and it'll become a nice beer. And definitely, if I go back to Danville, they have more of these. I'm gonna pick these up. The same thing with the Aventinus Icebox and the Corbinian from Weinheim Stefana and the Itis from Weinheim Stefana. There are a few more beers that I have to crack open. There's some really nicely aged Meridos Tripels, Westmalle Tripels, and the Rocheforts they have aged. So have to go get and see how they're pairing, how they've been treated over years, and if they're delicious, I'm gonna have to go pick up some more for sure, because this is just good quality beer at a reasonable price. I think this was this $4.24 a bottle. Oh, Jamie, what's up, brother? $4.24 a bottle for this is ridiculously stupid. Again, the Aventinus Icebox I think was like $3 a bottle. The Corbinian is $3.39 a bottle. I'll pay that, especially the fact that you're aging it. You know what I mean? Like this was in 2017. This is in 2017. This one's crazy because this one says best before January 2017. So this is actually an aged bottle, and this is a Tripel, and it's 10% alcohol by volume. And I don't think I paid too much money for that. So can you really complain? I can. It might be crap, but who gives a shit? It's about experimenting and trying and seeing and doing, you know, that kind of fun stuff. Like, for instance, Rob and Craig experienced me and they didn't die. So did Jamie. He even let me in his fucking hotel room. No rape. Could you imagine that? Joe can't say that. No, you can't, Joe. Hashtag blind taste test. That was a good time. I just actually saw that video, the blind taste test of the palos that Joe and I did by the fire pit, where it got so dark you couldn't even see us. You just heard our voices. That was pretty fucking funny. Anyway, this beer is very good. And I think I'm going to have to give it a grade. I think that time has come. I don't think I'm going to kill the whole bottle. I'm going to relax and savor it. Unless you want me to, so there you go. That's true, Jamie. You could have raped me when I was asleep. There could have been rape. Just on me. You bring a valid point to the table, Jamie. You always do. I can't find your bottle opener, Jamie, and I have a feeling my kids took it. So when I go out there and clean their room, I think I'm going to find it. I'm pretty sure, because they like to hoard things that they feel is valuable. They just can't. They stash it someplace. And the one thing I didn't say, and I really should, this is 10.9 alcohol by volume, and it drinks like a 6 or 7 or 8% beer. It is ridiculously smooth. I like how the head really is very nice, tight bubble, very creamy. It adds to the drinkability. It would. It adds to the drinkability. It's got that high side of a medium mouthfeel, especially when you add the head in there. That's nice and creamy. It just gives it this silky smooth complexion, like this silky smooth taste mouthfeel that is so good. Wow. It's a really good beer. And the thing is, I'm just absolutely stunned that is only $4.25 a bottle. This is actually less than their. This was way more to make. If you just look about grains and stuff like that, and age, and all those little fractions that kind of add into the thing. This was only $4.25 a bottle. Their cappuccino stout, which is still a 9% stout, is like $5.19. So this actually had a bigger grain bill. More time was put into it. More thought was put into it, obviously. And it's cheaper. And this is a 2017. Okay. Well, sign me the fuck up all day long. I'm going to definitely go back and I'm going to buy as many bottles of this. I don't even know if they have one more bottle. But if they do, it's coming home with me. I got this in Danville. Again, if you're in the local area, go check it out. It's right on Route 11, right when you're entering Danville. It's on your right. It's a beverage station. I can't remember exactly the title. I was only there once, and I was really happy to find what I did find. They don't have a lot of stuff, but the stuff that they do have definitely piqued my interest. I definitely want to come back and check it out some more and see what else they get. They do get some new trail stuff, but unfortunately I didn't see any of the new trail stuff. It was more the old stuff, and it was all like American Hoppy IPAs and stuff like that. So it wasn't something that can sit and age, and like it was, if an purist thought, I wouldn't care, you know, those kind of things. But New Trail really wants to push those DIPAs out and stuff, those Haze for Days beers, which I think they should really mix it up, because, you know, 2 that are haze bombs, 1 that you can sit, 2 that are haze bombs, what you can sit, you know what I mean? Like, something would make more sense, but hey, that's them. I don't run the brewery. So anyway, this beer is absolutely fantastic. Now, this beer is actually exactly what I wanted. I had the Eisbock earlier from Aventinas, the Schneider Weisse Aventinas Eisbock. It's really good, smooth, oily, delicious. But the problem is it's not vibrant. It's very, very melancholy, very just subtle, very nuanced. This one, it's getting all those nice, vibrant baker's chocolate, you know, big caramel, roasty, toasty vibes that I want out of a big barley wine. You know what I mean? So it's really hitting all those marks. I'm not going to throw it into the super high scale because I do think that the 17 is not ready for those big high marks. There's aging that still needs to be done. I don't want to sound like Matt, but I'm going to sound like Matt. You need to age beer for at least 30 years. You know, that kind of thing. But I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I think it really deserves an 8.5. I think I'd probably give it higher when I rated it fresh in 2017, because then it would be more like an American style barley wine, and then you have the hop resins and stuff, you know, and it would kind of work, kind of like the Old Horizontal from Victory, that kind of thing. But now that I'm trying to pinpoint it as where are you now with age, I'm gonna give it an 8.5, because yeah, I say like 2 more years and it's gonna kick right back up into the 9s, absolutely. So that being said, I hope you guys found this enjoyable and educational. There you go. So this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers, guys. Hey, thanks Rob, Jamie, Craig for chiming in. Always a pleasure. Brothers forever. That whole good thing. No, good time. Good times. Cheers. Absolutely delicious. It's finger time. Watch that finger, guys. It's coming. Cheers.